Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 42nd tutorial in this course. In this tutorial we are going to talk about file handling in Python, and we learn to create a file object, create a text file, and then write some text to it, and then save the text. And we'll also see how we can read text from a text file using the read method, right? So the first thing that we have to do is create a file object, and we do that using the open function in Python, right? So I have a script file here. I have given it the name files, and I've saved it on my desktop, as you can see here. And as I said, we'll have to first create an object. So I'm going to call mine my obj, which is supposed to be a short form for my object, and then I'll use the assignment operator and the open function. And within the parentheses for the open function, I'll have to pass in two arguments, right? And the first one has to be the name of the text file that I wish to open. So if you open a text file in the write mode, then if the file doesn't exist, then Python creates it for you, right? So at the moment I don't have any text file on my desktop, so I'm going to create one using Python, and I'll call it test, and the extension here is important, right? So I'll need to put in txt here because I want Python to know that what I wish to open is a text file. And as a second argument to this function, I'll pass in w, and this is supposed to be the mode in which you want to access this file, right? And in this tutorial we'll check out two other modes in which you can access text files, the read and the append mode. But for the time being, we just want to create a text file and put some text in it, so that's why I'm going to access it in the write mode, right? On the next line, I'll make a call to the write method by first typing in the name of the object that I've just created. So I'll type in my obj, follow that up with a dot, and then type in write, right? And within parentheses, I'll I can type in whatever text I want to put in the file, right? So I'll get in triple quotes because I know that I'm going to span my input over multiple lines. So I'll just type in something random like this is so cool, and then on the next line I'll get in something like now I can create text files using Python, right? I'll get an exclamation, and then I'll follow the exclamation symbol with three double quotation marks again, because I have three double quotes at the beginning, so I'll have to match that up. And then on the next line I'll have to make a call to the close method, and this is important. I'll tell you why in just a bit. So I'll type in my obj.close, and the reason why this is important is because in Python, if you just open a file and if you perform some operations on it, and if you don't make a call to the close method, then your changes are not saved, right? So as long as I don't make a call to the close method, this text won't be saved in the file. The file will be created, but the text won't be flushed to it. So that's why you have to always close your object if you perform write operation or append operation or something, so that the changes are saved in the file. And I'll save this, and I'll show you guys that I don't have any text file on my desktop at the moment, right? So you can be sure of that. And I'll simply press F5 to execute this. I don't see any message in the shell, but now if I'll go to my desktop, I'll see that I have a test file here, right? And it's a text file, of course, and when I double click on it, the file gets opened in my text editor Notepad++, and I see the the text, whatever text I placed in the file, I see it here. This is so cool. Now I can create text files using Python, right? The next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to copy this code, but this time I'm going to try to save something else. So I'll press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and I'll open the text file again in the write mode, but I'm going to save different text, right? So I'll save something like let's see where this text goes. So now if you guys are wondering what's going to happen, what should happen is this text should be saved in the file, and then since we've opened the file again and we performed another write operation, then this text should follow the other text. But let's see what happens. Let's see what Python does. I'll execute the file, and I'll go to my desktop and open the test file again, and do you want to reload it? Of course. I just see the new text. I just see, let's see where this text goes. I don't see the older text, and that's because the new text has replaced the other text. So this text has been overwritten, and if you want to avoid this, all you'll have to do is you'll have to change the mode in which you access the file the second time to append instead of write, right? So in this way, we are instructing Python that this text is supposed to be appended to the end of the file, and it's not supposed to replace the content that's already there. And I save the file, and when I execute it now, again, I don't see any message. I'll go to my desktop and I'll open this text file and I'll reload it, and this time I see that I get the text that I saved initially. This is so cool. Now I can create text files using Python, and I also see the other text appended to this file. Let's see where this text goes. Right, so now we've discussed two modes in which we can access text files. I'm going to discuss another one, and that's the read mode. And for that, what I'll do is I'll get rid of all of this, or maybe I'll keep one close call, and I'll change the mode of this text file to read, right? And since we've already created a text file, I don't have to have the write operation or the append operation in my file anymore, in my program, that is. So to read contents from a text file, we have to make a call to the read method, right? And what I'll do is I'll save the content of the text file that we've just created in a variable, and I'll call that text, right? So I'll type in text and then the assignment operator, and then the name of the object with which we've been working, which is my obj, follow that up with a dot, and then read, right, with a set of empty parentheses. I'll save the file, and let's also have the print function and display the text, right? So I'll simply type in print and within parentheses the name of the variable, which is text. I'll save the file again and execute it, and this time I see that in the output window in the shell, I see all the contents that I stored in the text file text.txt. Right, so it's as simple as that. And trust me, I have worked with lots of languages, with the PHP, with the C, and Python and shell scripting. And in Python, file handling is like really simple and very cool. And maybe it's just as convenient as it is in shell scripting, but as compared to some other languages like C and all, it's very simple, and you'll have a great time working with files in Python. And in the next tutorial, we're going to check out how we can rename files and delete files using Python. And I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial. You may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care.